Right, these 33 brothers, that the balanced opinion concerning these contemporary jama'at, concerning these contemporary groups, is that they are not free from correct and from error, from good and evil. In other words, these groups, like the Ikhwan and the Tabligh, they have correct points and they have erroneous points. They have good matters and they have evil matters. This is the balanced opinion concerning them. Some of these jama'at are closer to the truth than others. Some of these groups are closer to the truth than others. It is incumbent upon us to thank them regarding what they do of good, support them in that, advise them regarding what they do of evil, and forbid them from that. So when these groups do something good, we thank them, we ask Allah to reward them, we encourage them. And when they do something against the Quran and the Sunnah, against the ways of the Salaf, what do? We advise them and we forbid them from that. And then what do they say concerning cooperation? Because some people think that Salafi should not cooperate with these groups. What do the brothers say, these 33 brothers? Cooperation between all the jama'at in projects of good that return benefit to the general body of Muslims is permitted and praiseworthy in what corresponds to the Book of Allah and the Sunnah. In other words, if we're to cooperate upon a matter which is from the Book of Allah and from the Sunnah of the Messenger ﷺ, it is, and this will bring some good and benefit to the general body of Muslims, this is permitted and this is praiseworthy. It is permitted in our religion and it is praiseworthy. And then they quote His Eminence, the General Mufti of Saudi Arabia, who our father, Allama Abdullah Aziz bin Baz, not physical father, but in a sense our mentor, our teacher, may Allah preserve him, they quote him that he said that if any jama'ah of these groups, or any group indeed, errs in a matter of the religion, whether regarding aqidah, or what Allah has made incumbent, or what Allah has forbidden, they are to be informed of the truth by the evidence of the Sharia, with gentleness, wisdom, and by good means. Any jama'ah which makes a mistake in aqidah, or makes a mistake regarding that which Allah has made incumbent, or that which Allah has forbidden, they are to be informed with the proofs, with the evidences from the book and the sunnah. How? With gentleness, with wisdom, and in a good means, in a good way, in a good manner. Then Ibn Baz says, Hafizahullah, says that this is the duty upon the adherents to Islam, that they cooperate upon righteousness and piety, and that they advise one another, and they do not abandon one another, thereby enticing their enemy against them. The duty which is upon us, adherents to Islam, that we cooperate with one another upon righteousness and piety. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Assist one another in righteousness and piety. And that they advise one another, and nasiha, and they do not abandon one another. Because when you do this, what does Ibn Baz say? Shaykh Ibn Baz, they entice their enemy against them. When the enemy sees the Muslims divided, they know that this is their hour. And so therefore, one must not allow this to occur. But rather, we must unite and assist one another in piety and righteousness. And this was taken from Al-Islah magazine on the 27th of Dhul Hijjah in the year 1413. And then they talk about another means of fighting this global demonic attack that has unlimited financial backing. Political activity, like becoming a member of parliament. I mean in the Islamic lands, not of course in the un-Islamic lands. If one seeks by that reform and to push back the greater of two evils, while deeming that the Sharia benefit gained by such political activity is greater than any harm, is a matter of ijtihad wherein differences of opinions are permitted. What do they say? You know, there's an issue that has been raised in the Islamic world, and it might not be an issue here. But then when people differ in matter concerning the issue of political activity. Now, should people who follow the truth enter into politics